Welcome back, guys, for another video. And of course, this one we're going to be talking about Fire versus Ice Awakening, which is better. So before you, well, I guess I have one chance up here doing battle. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat this. We're going to do it against this 104. Okay, this is going to be 82k power versus 83k power versus a 104k power. We might just get destroyed here. But we'll see. We'll see. We might get good luck. You know, I managed to beat people like in that power range before. So, all right. So let's see. Yeah, let's see. Oh wait, hold on. What's going? Oh man, this is gonna be tough, guys. Not gonna be easy for sure. So what I'm gonna do is let's switch this. Let's switch this. Let's do this. And let's pray. Nestor is of course gonna go after my Gorok, and of course if my Gorok's dead, then it's pretty much over for me. My team Gorok is a very is a key player on my team. Well, actually everybody is important, but I usually use Gorok up against some sort of fighting type of hero because, and again, of his ability to lifesteal. And if he goes down, we are gonna struggle. Okay, things are getting serious here. We just have to survive long enough for one of their heroes to fall, and that's it. And one of their heroes is about to fall, so that's good. Okay, one of mine is about to fall too. Alright, Warwick, you gotta stay alive, buddy. You cannot die on me now. Oh god, this lag. This lag. God, got him. Alright, now we should be able to... Nestor is down, so now it's just basically breezing all the rest of the heroes, so... Nice, got him. So yes, you can beat, you know, people with a lot higher range power than you. You just have to arrange them correctly and have the proper heroes. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so I am doing a Ice Awakening on this guy. I don't know why I'm wasting my food on him, but you know what? I'm bored, so I got nothing to do. So let's go ahead and wake him up on uh, Amber. Basically, Fire Awakening. Now, some people said that the stat is a little different between Ice and Fire Awakening. To me, I don't really notice any difference. They're about the same. So it doesn't really make any difference in my opinion. But whether it's fire or ice, that will depend, okay, on your choosing. Now, right now, I really wish the game itself would allow us to see what kind of fifth ability the hero will get after you awaken them, whether it's fire or ice. The only way right now you can actually see the ability is to actually have the awakening scroll, and you can click on the hero and it'll tell you, or have one part of the awakening scroll, like the 1 out of 10 of the healing scroll or 1 out of 10 of the amber scroll. And I kind of wish we don't have to have that, because you know it costs you either tokens or gems just to get some of those scrolls, and he gained quite a bit of health actually. 192 health, physical defense. Oh yeah, he's a good tanker, that's for sure. I'll keep him, you know, in case of I need somebody to tank. But okay, so let's see. Let's look at his stat. 192 health. Well, he's got 87.7k extra bonus health. And then up on death, he grants basically all allies a 26k health shield for 14 seconds. And then for ice, that's interesting. For ice, he grants all the rest of the team a 20k health shield upon using the first of his ability, first time. And of course, whether it's ice or fire, it looks pretty much the same. Stats wise, you can look, the stats pretty much the same. But I wish the game would let you see what the hero would do once you awaken them without having to have the actual scrolls in your hands. So that way, you know, it will help a player decide whether they want to awaken them by fire or awaken them using ice first. Eventually, you're going to want to do both. For me, I would like to do both just to have multiples being handy. But one is sometimes better than the others. So, and then for I'm not going to bother awakening some of the hero right now. I have too many to work with. So for example, let's look at Phoebe right here. She is, for her fire ability, 5th ability, when she's awakened, is to start the battle with 60% magical ability power for 15 seconds. So she does more damage basically for 15 seconds when she starts. And then you look into her Ice Awakening, starts the battle with 14k health shield. Unless you're gonna plan on using her up like face to face against somebody, the ice one is not gonna be really useful at much, in my opinion. Most of the time she is behind some sort of tanker, so I think the fire and for her is probably more useful in this case, the majority of the time. Death Rose here, I don't have him. I only have ice. I don't have the fire of him yet, but I am in the process of getting it. And if you look, it says for once you awaken him fire, every other basic attacker will deal 3k physical damage and reduce enemies' physical defense by 100 for 8 seconds, and stackable. That's huge. That's actually a really good against pretty much anybody. And Tespro, he's an okay, decent damage. He does decent damage, but not the best. Okay, he's more of a physical defender. But now with this 5th ability on fire, he can do a lot more damage than what he was before. So that's a huge boost. And if you look at his Ice Awakening, basically his Iron Bulk Word now returns 1.4 physical damage to each attackers. So, and that's okay, because look, Iron Bulk right here is basically only lasts for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, yeah, you're not only gonna do much, and you barely use his skill in battles anyway. Mainly because he doesn't do that much damage. You just kind of let him sit there and take all the hits, while all your other heroes takes the other heroes down. So, but in this case though, you awaken him in fire, he will be more useful. So I would definitely recommend you guys leave him in fire. I do not have any scroll of her yet for fire, so that's the unfortunate part. I wish there's some way that I can see what her ability is for fire without having to spend. I'm gonna have to spend my token today. Actually, let's see if I have enough token to actually see her scroll. I do. So let's go ahead and buy Amber Scroll Part 1. This is a waste guide. I wish the game really changed this so yeah, you can actually see what I have to purchase. So I already purchased that. So let's go back and let's see what it tells us. Up on Fire Awakening, every time she lands a critical strike, all allies gain 60 magical defense for 8 seconds. Okay, in this case, for her ice, when she does a critical hit, she heals all allies for 5.5k health. This case, this is better. You wanna, because she's a really good healer, this is gonna be more useful most of the time, okay? For ice. If you're gonna use fire, there's probably like one thing I can think of right now that's useful. That's when you attack. Let's see. Let's go back. I'll show you guys what I mean. When you go to Rems, Dwellers, basically any Dwellers assault, because they don't attack back. And most of the time they're weak to magical damage. and they're immune to basically all physical damage. So you want a whole magical team. So she will be useful with that ability. Fire in that case. Other than that, I can't see any her fire skill be any more useful than that. So Gorok, unfortunately, I do not have the fire, so I don't know what it does, so can't compare. So let's go ahead and look at her. Nyx, of course, she permanently gains 1.5 physical ability power. Now I have not used her in battle because she's not awakened fire yet, obviously. But it says purge immune, so that's really interesting. Because I know in battle, every time you're up against some sort of boss and you use her skill, her abilities, it will just set immune and the boss takes no damage, doesn't get stunned. So maybe this time the boss will actually get stunned. So if that's the case, then this will be useful for her. So, and 1.5k ability power, magical ability power is that's a lot. So, and I think in this case, fire will be better for her versus ice. Ice is okay, only stun and purge all buffs, which I honestly doesn't really make much of a difference with buffs for most people. But I think fire for her will be much better. And then for him, I leave him on ice. I have awakened him by fire or ice, but I think ice skill is better for him. I tried to use fire before, but the fire says following 2 basic attacks, the next attack grants a random ally 17.6% basic attack speed for 5 seconds. Only 5 seconds though, but that's not long enough, in my opinion. And his job is mainly a magical healer, so I'll just leave him for ice. He's not that good of a healer anyway. I barely use him. So, and then for her, she's really good with her fire versus ice. But ice says Shattering Call now additionally purge 1 buff from all enemies hit. Okay, so that's fine, but check out her fire. The unit initially deployed behind her, but okay, gains 3,000 bonus physical damage on every basic attack. So that's insane. Whoever behind is gonna deal additional 3k more damage on a hero. That's insane. That's huge. She might get nerfed later because there's no cooldown on this. You know, it doesn't have like how long it will last. This is permanent, and that's huge. So I cannot wait to awaken her in fire and then use her, because I don't really use her ice ability that much because it's not that good. Her ability for Shattering Call is great. I love it because it takes away all, it stuns the enemy. And also, it goes with the sound barrier right here that takes away, not that one. Which one is it? Right here. Louder Horns. Louder Horn, yeah. So it weakens enemies' physical defense by 134. That's a lot. So she's going to be a good one. She's going to be a good one. For her, I don't really use her that much anymore, besides once in a while in Trials of Champions. So her ice, or I think in this case probably her fire will be better, but I really don't use her. So Venom of Souls now deals an initial 30k damage. She is really good actually up against Dwellers and Talos in Realms. She is very good against them. So you guys definitely want to level her up and use her in those situations. But Ice, she stun the lowest enemy for 6 seconds. That's really useless. So her fire is better in this case. So definitely recommend the fire for her. For Nestor right here, I think for fire is good for him. When his health drops to basically 10%, he gains a health shield for 80k for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, it's gone. Unfortunately, I wish it's more than 10 seconds, but I guess it would be too overpowered if they leave it for too long. But basically, compared to his eyes, reducing healing by 50% for 16 seconds. This one, you can go back and forth. Okay, it depends. both skill are good, and this is, I would say, this is basically your preference. I'm probably gonna be using more of the fire one. This one, unless I don't really use Nestor that much anyway, but I think I'll use fire more often than his Ice Awakening. Okay, and then for her, up on landing a critical hit, she gains 85 physical penetration for 10 seconds and is stackable. That's what makes this nice, is because you can stack it. Compared to her Ice, Mortal Wound, reducing healing by 75%. Reducing healing is okay. I mean, you up against a bunch of the only time I can see up against something that's a healer, if you have like up against a team that has Resonor and Atalanta with tons of healing going on, then that skill will be useful. But other than that, I don't think it's that useful. Just my opinion. This one, I do not have any fire or ice, so I have no clue. Him, he gains 160 physical defense for 12 seconds and then stackle. That's insane. That's a lot of physical defense. So compared to the ice counterpart, he gains 30% damage, critical damage bonus. In my opinion, I think I like the fire better, because the chance of him hitting a critical is low. I mean, unless you have a critical boost on the runes, which I do, of course. So, yeah. But the thing is, I don't really use him that much. So he's alright. He's an okay. Maybe in the future I'll find better use for him. But right now he's just kind of sitting in my thing as a backup. But he is definitely a good one, because for every 30% health loss, so if he loses 30% health, he'll gain 160, right? And then if he got healed up and he loses 30% again, he'll gain another 160. So this, it gets to a point where I don't think any physical hero can attack him and bring him down if it keeps stacking like that. Okay, for her, up on dash she deals 50k damage, which is okay. I think that's not bad. It's a decent skill, but it'd be useless if your character, I guess, didn't die. And then here she gains 35% magical ability power. So this one is up to you. You can go either way. You can either have this ice one where she does more damage over the long run if she lasts that long. Okay, if you know she's gonna die pretty quick, then you might as well just have her equipped with the fire, and then when she dies, she just takes a bunch of enemies with her. And then him, of course. I think I'll keep this one on him. I barely use him for anything besides a tank versus weak team. Other than that, I probably use him more in like Alliance War or maybe Siege once in a while. Okay, May Garag. This one is hands down, okay, Ice is better. She said for her fire type, okay, when she's awakened, she gains 60% movement speed, which is BS because you don't really need movement speed on her. And then also 66.7 basic attack speed for 10 seconds. So she gains so basically, she just attacks. The only thing that's good is she attacks quicker for 10 seconds at the start battle, and after that, nothing. Now, if you look at her ice, check this out. Each time she loses 30% health, okay, she gains 40k health shield. That's a heck of a shield for 10 seconds. So every time you take away her 30% health, you heal her again. You take away 30%, you heal her again. She basically get infinite amount of shields, and this will irritate the crap out of your enemies that's going after you. So ice is definitely better for her in this case. I personally have gone up against her in the arena. She's very annoying to face with because she doesn't want to die. She lives for a long time. She's one of the best magical defense and brawler. She's a well-rounded magical attacker to me, in my opinion. Even though she's a regular hero, but man, she does a lot of damage if you level her up, and she's really tough to kill. Really tough to kill. Very annoying character. Okay, Magnus. This guy, I think, so he deals 4k magical damage every second for 4 seconds, basically. Kind of like Phobe's kind of attack. And then the first cast of Electric Smash now stunned effective. So this case, obviously the fire will be hands down much better on him. So just leave him on fire, don't worry about it. For this one, Blast Shot now burns the primary target, dealing 5 physical damage for every second for 4 seconds. So, and then let's compare that to Ice. Up on hitting a critical strike, he gains 10% basic damage per 5 seconds. And stackable. In my opinion, I like the fire on him better. But that's just my opinion. Her fire doesn't seem that good. I don't have the ice scroll on her, so I have no clue what she does for Ice Awakening, but the fire doesn't look that good at all. I mean, if you look at it, it says to reduce all enemies' critical strike by 8%. The chance of even doing your enemy doing a critical strike on you is not even that high anyway, unless the whole team has the critical strike runes. Other than that, she's not useful. I mean, she's a good tanker, but she's definitely, her fire, what I mean is her fire is not that useful. So maybe her ice will be better. So, Winds of Daybreak increases all allies' basic attack speed by 33%. Decrease enemy basic attack speed by 25 for 8 seconds. Okay? So, increase your team attack speed, decrease enemy's attack speed. Which is not bad, in my opinion, not bad. He's actually pretty strong. His ability is actually pretty strong. Winds of Daybreak actually does quite a bit of damage, even for level 1. I have I haven't really worked with him yet, and put any mana into him yet. But I've used him on a level 1 against a weaker hero, and he really destroyed them. And then the ice, it says, when the first enemy falls, grants all allies 40% magical penetration for 20 seconds. That's pretty good too. He's either skill, I can see pretty good. This will be more of your preference. You have a whole team that does a magical attack. He might be a good one to have, but then again, it only lasts for 20 seconds, which is a long time still. That's enough to do serious damage to your whole enemy team. And then for fire, it only lasts for 8 seconds. So, but you can reuse it every time, as long as when you activate his Winds of Daybreak, and then you get another 8 seconds of each. So that's definitely a plus. I think in my taste, I like fire on him better, not ice. And him, I don't want to bother working on, so I can't tell you. And the rest of these heroes, I'm not gonna really go over because they're pretty low level. I haven't really used them much, so I don't want to, give you guys false information about them. But all these other heroes, I kind of use them, test them out, and see what they're like. I don't really have any legendary to go over, so that's unfortunate. I spent a lot of gold keys, use a lot of gold keys. I got junk, okay, junk. I tell you, for legendary hero. So we still only have Nestor and Melita, and that's it. So, but I can't wait till awaken her by fire, but she's gonna do so much more damage. Well, she's gonna allow her allies to do so much more damage when she's awakened fire. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna call a video here. Whether it's ice or fire awakening, that depends on the hero, depends on your taste. Some heroes, yes, hands down, ice is better or fire is better. And then there's some hero that's kind of in between. So that's where you have to kind of use your experience and figure out a little strategy to see what is useful and what, depending on the scenario that you up against. Yeah. Anyway, once I awaken more hero and able to look at them in more depth, I'll go back and make another video. Hopefully I'll get more legendary heroes soon, and I can actually try them out, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.